Yo, Daikin, do you think Shiki is really good? I think Shiki's mad strong, actually. I think Shiki is, if not the best character in the game, one of the best characters in the game. Matter of fact, I be telling people all the time, I honestly just think he's better Arcueid. If you're playing Arcueid, I think you should just be playing Shiki. Matter of fact, I've been wanting to do this for a minute. Let's actually talk about Shiki and Arcueid and break them down and talk about why Shiki is actually so strong. All right, so Shiki and Arcueid, chat. So I think these characters got a decent amount of tools that are kind of the same as far as like how they want to use them and stuff like that. Honestly, I think Arcueid is going to be a little bit better in the air, probably. But then again, charge JCs in this game are very, very strong just because of the ability to have clash frames. So I think that's going to play a factor in it. But I think they have some of the similar tools as far as how they use them. But I just think they work better for Shiki as far as the frame data and the overall properties of them. So what do I mean by that? So right off the bat, let's just talk about like some things that Arcueid got and then talk about what Shiki has similarly, but how it's better. So she has this right here. So she has this move right here. Which is going to be something she could utilize in neutral. She could use this in neutral. It's pretty safe. Now the B version, the follow-up can be actually shielded, so this automatically happens for her. So she can't choose when to use her follow-up, and it knocks them full screen. As you see, it doesn't knock them up, and she doesn't really get anything off of it like right off the bat. So it doesn't really do anything for her. As you can see, it's just a hit. Outside of if it's in combos, then she gets something off of it. So that's when she gets something off of it, is then. But if it's not in a combo like that, then she doesn't really get anything off of it. Then of course, let's talk about her actual DP. So her DP sends you flying. It sends you flying and you tech in the air. She has a follow-up on it. Her follow-up is going to be, I believe, 6-6, like that. Yeah. So this also allows you to tech in the air. Now it has a super version of the follow-up as well that you could do. I believe it's C. Yeah. Now this can also be tech in the air. Now the only benefit that she has from this, as far as not being tech in the air, is she can actually use this in combos. So she could get combos into it, but it's a reversal, right? So the main purpose of it is supposed to like use it as a reversal, but she has combo potentiality with hers, I guess, is like the thing with hers. But Shiki's gives him a knockdown that leaves him closer to the opponent. So while it doesn't give like a hard knockdown, it just keeps him closer. But also, if we use the EX version in the air, hers just allows you to tech. Shiki's, it doesn't matter how high you are. His is knocking you down for a hard knockdown, and then he gets 50-50 off of it because he can do drift mix-up. So off his DP, he can run mix-ups with drift. So he can like do cross-up. He can stay on the same side if he drifts correctly, like that. So he could really make it ambiguous as far as which side he's going to be on. So he gets legit mix-up off of his DP ender. So that's already strike one for her. Then we talked about, of course, this for her, right? Shiki has very similar attacks. So he has the low. So this is a low. But the thing about this is -1 with a follow-up that he can delay. So he can delay this follow-up and get counter hits. So if the person is mashing on Shiki, if there is a mash at any point in this, then Shiki gets a counter hit into a full combo. He gets a full combo opportunity off of the delay. But the thing about it is also, so they're scared of you doing this delay, right? So because they're scared of the delay and it's only -1, he can steal his turn back very easily if they're not paying attention, or if they're too scared to get hit by this, right? So he has that at his disposal. On top of this, he also has the mid version. This mid version 236B is very, very strong. It's good for catching people out the air, and it's also just good on the ground. It combos from his 2C, which is 7 frames. So it's a 7 frame low. It combos from max range 5C. So max range 5C, he's getting a full blown combo from this, like that. And like, you know, it's a 5C starter. So this is going to be some pretty nice damage for Shiki. You know, just a basic combo is 3.4, like you can see. So she doesn't really have these opportunities. She can poke with her buttons as well, but she's not getting the same combo opportunities that Shiki is getting from these hits like this. As you can see, she also doesn't have the same properties on her Unblockable like his. So it's the same property as far as Unblockable, but notice how far she sends you. So she does an Unblockable and you go full screen. Like she doesn't move the same as fast as he do. She can't get over there. But Shiki, when he does his, you're still really close to him. So Shiki he practically gets Oki. Yes, he gets Oki off of you getting hit by his unblockable. And I believe his actually charge up faster. Yeah, his is faster than hers, I believe. Now they both can like do half charges. Half charges a thing as well. But it's just the fact that he has that at his disposal. That he gets Oki off of it as well. So he has stronger DP, stronger neutral tool options, with this also being a very good anti. And when I say a very good anti, I mean like this thing really catches you for trying to do anything. So like you're just jumping around. You know, you're playing neutral with Arcueid, and then Shiki just decides to and then you're wondering where your life is going. It does massive damage, but this starter is ridiculous. He gets really good damage on this. So the fact that he has this at his disposal, where it's just like he could just, you know, shoot out damage for doing something like that. And this is also very safe. I believe this is also like, it's between either -1 or -4. It's between there. I forgot the actual frame data of this move, but it's safe on block. It's safe on block. You can't do anything about it. Also, with how safe it is, you also can't reversal. Like you can't do anything to stop him. You have to like try to call him out on whatever he does. So he has a really good back dash, probably the best in the game because of the frame data on it. So he recovers faster than any other character in the game. So every character else has like 1 to 10 invul frames, I believe it is, or something like that. But he just recovers faster than everybody else, on top of having a second one that he can utilize as well. So characters that want to try to like counter him from doing the type of things that he's doing on block, is very hard for him to do. So for example, if we try to have Arcueid do a reversal action here, he just gets out for free. Like, it's very hard. She has to really commit to something to try to stop him, and even then it's still hard. Like, maybe she can do, so she could sort of do this, I guess. This is like one of the choices she could do. But if Shiki gets the timing right, he could sort of backdash this as well. But I guess this is one of the things she could try to do. But as you can see, he could also get out of this. So you have to really like try to like do something that is a little bit more risky, has a little bit more startup, to try to catch him out of something so simple, right? So if he notices you're going to try to do options like that, then he can really just try to take his turn back with things that are just going to be naturally faster because he has fast buttons and stuff. So this is something that he also has as his benefit, on top of just having all the tools that he have at his disposal, the difference between these two. So talking less about the comparison between these two characters, let's just talk about also other things that just make Shiki a strong character. So obviously, you guys know when he does this super, which if he charges is an unblockable, by the way, he gains Nadia moves, which are very strong. Now, I didn't understand how strong these moves were at first until I started messing around with them a little bit more. So the things I think that makes it so strong is, one, obviously this has invincibility, and it's an overhead. So you have to block this overhead. No, it's not a cross up, it's just an overhead. But it gains invincibility. But at a certain point within it, it's very hard to challenge him, is the thing. So if we put a reversal action on her and she tries to press a button, it's very hard for her to do anything. Like you have to respect this like mix-up opportunity that he has off of putting you on block. So he can do this, and also if he do this version, this one is plus. So he gets a plus over it. This is +1. So it is his turn. It is his turn off this. So he has a +1 overhead that's very fast. And then this, for some reason, this never used to be a low, but in this game it is a low. So let me just show you real quick. It is actually a low. The opponent will block this low, as you can see. So it's a dash through low. So because of this, when he puts you on block, he could just sort of run a good 50-50. Now it's not, if you block this, he does get punished, but just the fact that, you know, he has his disposal. So you think he may go for this and he doesn't, and then he goes for this and you get counter hit and he gets a full combo from that, on top of his ability to bully pressure you like with this. So this puts him at a nice range. It's very hard to stop this. It hits very high. It's very good. It's only -1, so he can like really just bully you with this. It's very hard to do something about this. And you know, it's anti-air property, so because it's a ground attack, so you can't anti-air. The spacing that is at is very good for him, so he can just sort of bully you with this. On top of just everything else that he has as far as, like, you know, his pressure and stuff like that, he has a very good 2B, double hitting low, like I said, fast 2C. This button, very good, nice range, and it combos into his 236B like we were talking about. He has a pretty good auto combo. And because he has Char C, any kid that got Char C has very good auto combo. That's one thing also Arcueid just doesn't have, is a good Char C. So because he doesn't have that, she doesn't have a way to bring you back down to the ground reliably. Any character that has this though can also just, you know, utilize this combo to extend their damage even further. So if you have a Char C in the air, you just overall, I feel like, get more damage than other characters that don't have one, just because you can just, you know, knock them back down to the ground and get a relaunch combo from there, or get access to your grounded supers, which most level 3s, or if not all level 3s, are going to be only on the ground and stuff like that. So, you know, you just have access to a bunch of extra things, extra damage opportunities with tools like that. Honestly, last thing to talk about is all his moon stills are really good. They have a lot of good clash frames on them, and one of them's an extremely fast low that you can confirm with his super. So if you have super available, then just a level 1, you could just, you know, do that, and it causes wall bounce. So from like nearly mid-screen or like mid-screen, you can like pretty much just get like a conversion off that. You could like usually confirm that with like 3C into launch combo like that, so you could get a, you know, ender off that. So very nice thing for him as well. And then of course I could go into his super. He has a DP one, so he could be ignorant with stuff like this. Anti-air, by the way, you can't block this in the air, you have to shield it. And then of course he gets full conversions off that as well. And this one is just good. It just, yeah, it's just very good. It's very fast, a lot of clash frames, and overall it just, you know, just give him a lot of damage. There's a lot of damage opportunities. And once again, because he has a charge C, he's a character that can deal with characters using Moon Drive very well, because if you have one of these at your disposal, you are in a good spot. Hold on, not showcasing it right. There we go. You are in a good spot if you have one of these. So, you know, if you're doing pressure with Shiki and you know a person is in Moon Drive, the fact that you have a charge normal at your disposal is just good, right? The fact that you have a grounded charge normal at your disposal is just good to like throw people off guard, and plus it's an unblockable on top of that, so it's just double the benefit, right? But yeah, overall, chat, I think Shiki is very strong, man. Like I said, I don't know if he's top 1. A lot of people think he is. He probably is, I don't know, but as far as I know, this character just has all the right tools to be a good character within this game, man. Like I said, if you're playing Arcueid, I think you're playing the wrong character. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with playing Arcueid. I think every character is viable within this game, like we said before. I think every character can actually be played at a high level, but you know, it definitely, you could definitely see the strength that this character has over Arcueid as a character though. But yeah, Arcueid's cute though. He's really cute. But yeah, if y'all was wondering why I was playing Shiki as my secondary, those pretty much all the reasons why.